The American economy is crashing. All you need to do is step outside your door. You're going to get a constant reminder. Best example, go grocery shopping. Every aisle you walk down, you're going to be smacked upside the head with some outrageous prices. You know, things that didn't cost nearly as much just a few years ago.
Is it just me, or are we in a global recession? I mean, this is not normal. It is 9:40 in the morning, Thursday, September 18th, and this is how our shop is looking. Now, thank God I have a few inspections to do, so I'm going to stay busy today. I have like 14 government vehicles I have to do, but you can't tell me this isn't a government recession. Like, what the hell is going on here? I mean, as you can see, we're so busy here. We have so many cars in here right now. 9:30 in the morning. We should be packed. We should at least have oil changes. We should have something. And before the people start commenting that, well, shop charge too much money. Our shop doesn't. We actually charge a lot less than we should to make good margins and actually make money. So we actually undercharge a whole lot at this shop, and we still don't have business. We are probably the cheapest shop in our area compared to all the other shops. Our labor rate is only 135. Other shops are like 150, 160, 180. Dealerships are like 200. And we do decent work. We do good work on cars. We never have complaints. We never have people come back. We never have returns. This is how our shop looks. This has got to be the beginning the middle of a recession, and probably the beginning of a depression. I've been here 6 months. I have not seen it this bad.
You should see how many empty restaurants there are. And people learn to do things on their own. Everything is too expensive. Morning at a shop, yeah, it's rare for those things to be ghost town. Usually there's at least one or two people in there, although there's other variables involved. But if that continues to go, then definitely a sign of the times. And doing things on your own, yeah, if you can make your own repairs, especially small car repairs, handyman stuff around the house, you definitely got to do that in these times. I mean, what everyone's charging to do the most basic services out there is outrageous. So you're going to save yourself a ton of money. And really, if you got the time, there's no reason not to. Not in this day and age. With all the videos out there of self-help and do-it-yourself, pretty much any little thing you can think of, any topic, someone's out there posting video about a solution.
The government may not want to say this, but we are in a recession. It may not be as bad as it could be yet, but we are in a recession. So I suggest you start trading, learn how to invest, and yeah, start working smarter and not harder, because a lot of our jobs are being taken over by AI. And if they're not being taken over by AI, it's hard to find a job, period. Whether you have a degree, whether you have credentials, the job market is shit. Pay attention.
The job market definitely is trash, and it's been that way for a while now. You can go back last year, the year before that. It's been bad. This is nothing new. It's just getting progressively worse. AI is a variable, inflation. There's many variables in why American economy is crashing. AI is definitely taking over a bunch of jobs, especially all the lower level jobs, the mundane, repetitive task type of positions. Yeah, they're going out by the wayside. There's no doubt about it. If you can prepare for this grim future we have ahead of us, that's a good thing. It's what you want to be doing. But everybody has to come with their own kind of plan. So you're hearing these people talking about recessions. Are we in a recession? It sure seems that way. We definitely have been on that path for the past few years. This is nothing new. It's just we're seeing it becoming worse.
I got laid off from my corporate job yesterday. And I think that this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be shared because America is not doing well right now. We have a 94% prediction rate that the recession is going to come, but yet our freaking administration hasn't even made the move to actually say that a recession is coming. And let's actually call it what it is, a depression. People can't afford groceries, they can't afford rent, they can't afford buying houses, they can't afford having babies, they can't afford having the kids in general if they already have them. We are not in a good spot, y'all. I know that I'm just a number in a company, but I thought I was okay. You're going to think that you're okay because you've worked there for so long, or you have the right experience. Like, because I have an undergraduate in marketing, a master's in business, 6 years of paid social media experience, both on a strategist and manager level. I have done people management for at least 3 years. I'm a senior level in my career. And yet, when I was hired to do a senior level role, I was forced into entry level positions. I was doing entry level work as a senior level strategist, all while at the same time being asked to reduce my workload with AI, and our team was having layoffs every like 3 months. I should have seen it coming. I really should have. But the thing is that it was not something that I saw coming. Because the day before that they laid me off, I was literally talking coverage plans with another employee who was going on leave for like months. How am I supposed to sit there and not think that I'm safe in that moment? I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that we live in a world like this where like my manager wasn't even the one that fired me, by the way, or laid me off. It was freaking HR, and they read off a script. But my whole team got laid off. And this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now. My partner is a first responder, so I'm very lucky for the fact that I can be leaning on him for support right now, because luckily his job is secure, thanks to the fact that number one, his job is essential, and number two, he has a union behind him. What I will never understand is why corporate agencies have not unionized. We're not allowed, right? We're not allowed. That's part of it. We'll get fired because at least in this corporate world, they're always going to side on the side of business because that's what's making the government money. But this world right now is not supporting people. It is supporting business. You are just a number, unfortunately. So please prepare yourself for shit like this. I wish I would have. I wish I'd been applying to other jobs months ago. I just was so dumb to not realize the signs. I want to talk about it. I think people need to talk about it. I think we need to make this more public. We all saw the jobs report. It was awful. Getting laid off on the day that the jobs report goes out.
She's learning the hard way here because she didn't see it coming. She got blindsided. Yet she realized she's learning from her mistake. You are just a number at a corporation. We've always been that way. It's just nowadays it's much worse than it was in the past. Back in the old days, you were more of the family. That crap they used to, well, they continue to profess that we're like a family here. No, we're not. Not even close. Back in the day, though, you were much more closer to a family, especially when the boss actually knew your wife and your kids, and maybe you went over for a barbecue, blah, 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 blah. Things were much different back then. Although you still had to watch out for yourself. It's not all the same as it is now. Now you are definitely just a number, if they even remember your number, because that's how forgettable you are now. So she's learned the hard way. She's fortunate she has someone that's going to pay the bills while she's out of work, but she's learning here. Never trust your coworkers. No, she believed that her manager was there for her. It's a huge mistake. And she believed it because she had a good relationship with her manager. It doesn't mean anything now, unfortunately. In corporations, she mentions why they're not unionizing. Corporations fear their labor unionizing. So all these people in their cubes, they're just slaves. They're not going to unionize because the big boys aren't going to allow it. And obviously, we don't mean anything to them. She's starting to realize that big business and government work hand in hand. They feed off each other. She's young and she's seen the BS already, and it's good for her to know because she has to keep that in mind for her next job. Comment. I got a promotion increase the day before I was let off. Yeah. You would have thought that person, hey, that person's thinking, I just got promoted. Oh, I'm going to be here. They're investing in me. I'm here long term. No.
We're in a recession. We just got job data showing that 911,000 jobs are being revised for last year. And I'll explain to you what that means. Under Biden, okay, if you look at this chart right here, this shows you the jobs that were stated versus how much they had to revise. And under Biden, they've had to revise 2 million jobs. 2 million jobs were overstated under Biden. We've been in a recession for over a year now, and they're going to finally admit it now. You're likely going to see the Fed cut 50 basis points. That's likely going to come in a week or two. But this shows you how weak our economy was coming into Trump. We have a major problem on our hands. This data is awful.
And we knew it was happening. We knew it was happening the whole time. Last year, when I told you guys what was going on, I told you the data we were getting was not real. It was not matching what was actually going on.
You see what the government's doing. They're lying. Every month they count the jobs report. And every month they revise them. And when they revise them, they're revising them down. It's not up, it's down. That's what they're doing. So they gave this false impression. I remember last year, and actually the last few years under the Biden administration, most of the jobs that were created, they were government and healthcare. So they were propping up the numbers by these jobs that really didn't count because they didn't give you a true indication of the economy and its health. Because when the government's creating jobs for themselves, they're not actually creating anything for the economy as it would be if it was actually happening in the private sector. You know, if a whole bunch of jobs are created in the private sector and people are getting employed, that's a good thing for everybody. But the government's having to make the jobs. They're just using taxpayer dollars. So the numbers in the last few years, they've been completely bogus. And it's right into this administration as well because we've already had revisions. And once again, the revision is not for the better, it's for the worse. The numbers are going down.
I don't know who's out here living the American dream, but I can tell you one person who isn't, and that's me. I have 4 kids and I'm working 3 jobs and I'm still struggling. My full-time job, I'm a 911 dispatcher. My other 2 jobs, a waitress. The American dream should not be this hard. I should not have to be working my life away, being awake for my kids. You know, sometimes I have to pick, am I going to pay my electric bill or am I going to buy groceries? Because my kids need to eat. This is not the American dream. I'm so tired of struggling. You know, so many people are going to work, working multiple jobs just to pay for a house to sleep in, just to put their head down at night. This is not the American dream, not my American dream.
That's not the American dream. That shouldn't be the American dream for anybody. And none of us should have to be working more than one job to make it. There's something incredibly wrong in the United States right now. If you enjoy my content, I'd appreciate it if you share, like, and subscribe, and leave a comment. I want to hear from you guys. What's it looking like in your neck of the woods? Jobs, prices, the whole ball of wax. You want to share your experience? Leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next round.